Hello students, today in this chapter we'll discuss geography as a discipline and how geography is connected with the various subjects and what it studies. So in the previous class we have studied about the geography as a discipline, what is the meaning of geography and how it helps us in the understanding different types of realities around us. As a geographer, uh, it explains the phenomena in a frame of cause and effect relationship. That is very important to understand. Cause and effect relationship is mainly studied in the science subjects, in which we discuss about what is the cause and what will be its results. The geographical phenomena, both in the physical and human, we have discussed that there are two major branches of geography. One is physical geography and human geography, are not static but the highly dynamic. Not static means they are not just the matter has what developed it will be and no further addition in the subject matter, but it is not like that. It is always dynamic, means the physical geography is also experiencing a lot of changes, whereas the human geography as a result is also experiencing a lot of subject. In the previous class we have discussed that the it's a relationship between human and the nature and its dynamic relationship. Geography thus is concerned with the study of nature, means our surrounding and human interaction. So geography we cannot study only in a singularity, that what actually the nature is and different types of other concepts like climate, drainage, transportation coming, but we have to always connect the subject with the human actions. So geography as a subject has very a good relationship with the nature as well as the human interaction, and we have to understand it is an integrated subject. Now present societies which are there for the development of the subject have modified the natural environment. Whatever the human being is changing, whatever being is experiencing and developing the technology, and they are changing our environment, means they are changing our surrounding. For example, development of transportation, development of cities, development of settlements, and many more things. Now this interaction between physical environment and human being has very succinctly described as a poet. See what the poet says: human and nature, nature as a god is addressing. You created the soil, I created the cup. You created night, I created the lamp. You created wilderness, hilly terrains and deserts. I created flower beds and gardens. So here in this poem, if we see, what we see is that whatever nature has given us, we have modified them with the help of technology and changed the things into our need. So whatever resources, whatever things given by the nature, we are um, modifying these old things for our needs. So with the help of technology, and this all has happened because of the technological advancement. In the previous time, or we can say 5,000, 10,000 years back, the technological level was very low, very poor, and human could not change the environment or surroundings at large. But now we have advanced technology and we are controlling the nature, we are changing and modifying that. Human beings move from the stage of necessity to the stage of freedom. Here I would add in one example that how this technology helping us. So earlier, or early humans or primitive societies were living in the necessity, in the stage of necessity, means they required everything, they were dependent on the nature. Whereas in the present time, we are not dependent highly on the nature, we are dependent on technology. What we do, we change that thing according to our need or desire. So we have controlled the nature and we have reached to the stage of freedom. So the technology brings us from the necessity to stage of necessity to the stage of freedom. We now find humanized nature. Earlier it was naturalized human. Why naturalized? Because it was dependent on nature, it was going as per the nature, the entire lifestyle was as per the nature. But now whatever human we have humanized nature, we have changed the nature. Everywhere we have imprints of technology and changes and modification, and naturalized human beings, and geography studies this interactive relationship. So what is the action of the human which are having impact on the nature, and the natural uh, uh, concepts or the natural things which are also controlling the human. This is the main objective of the subject to understand. For example, in these pictures you can see that first of all nature, and then with the help of technology they all went into the same direction to find out more and more. Then we have created the different types of uh, institution, different types of factories, different types of settlement, different types of things as per the need. For example, land is given by the nature, but we have started using that land for agriculture, and further again we advanced the technology, we use the different types of machineries for agriculture. So every time, with the help of the advancement in the technology, we modified our nature or our surrounding as per our needs. Now, geography as a discipline is concerned with three sets of questions. What geography studies in each and every concept will be very clear from this particular uh, slide. Three questions are major where geography focuses. The first question is are related to the identification of any of the pattern or natural and cultural features is found over the surface of the earth. So identification of any of the concepts which is related to the geography is, so this question is talking about what. For example, if it's a river, what is a river? Drainage, what is it drainage? Transportation, what is transportation? Second question is related to the distribution of natural and human culture features over the surface of the earth. These are questions about where, means here just identification, and second question is discuss about the location, where we can also use the word SPATIL, spatial pattern, means drainage or the rivers or the climate, a particular climate. So where are the different locations of that particular climate, where are the different types of locations of that particular forest, for where are the different location of the different types of soils. So we discuss here is the distribution of the same concepts over the space, or that is the spatial distribution. So the first question deals with the what, and second question deals with the where. So third question here discuss about the explanation of the causal relationship. Causal relationship means the cause and effect relationship. For example, in this picture you see rainfall is the cause. What is the effect? People started using umbrella. Why? The reason something happened. So what the heck, it was raining outside, and effect is what? Use of umbrella. And same, we can also understand this with the different types of concepts in the geography. For example, the weathering process takes place, and because of that the different types of rocks are broken down in the small pieces, and further the process goes on, and finally that big rock, large rock, piece of that rock changed into fine particles is known as sand or soil. So this is the cause and effect relationship. Means geography is related to studies of cause and relation that is concerned with the question why. So three questions: what, first question discuss about what, second question discusses about the where, and third question discusses about the why. So these are the very important dimension of any of the concepts related to geography which we have to deal with or we have to understand. In this particular slide we'll discuss about the geography as an integrating discipline. So we have discussed three major questions. One is what, to identify the things. Second, where that things are found or the concepts are found. Third question, it was related about the why. What is the region or region literary? In the language we can say that what is the most important region of the particular concept. So geography as a discipline of synthesis, this particular term we have already discussed, that is the attempts to spatial synthesis and the temporal. So here spatial related to again the area of the region and the history of that particular concept or the knowledge related to the temporal. So when we mix with the both spatial and temporal, this approach is holistic in nature, especially in the concepts which are related to the geography. So this is more helpful nowadays just because three things or development of technology like transportation, second is audiovisual media and information technology. These are very helpful, and mixture of these all has shown us way to reach more and more details and the inaccessible region also. So these are very important things which we have human has developed, and because of that we are more deeply able to understand the reality of the earth. Then all the sciences, whether natural or social sciences, the relationship as we discussed with the natural sciences and the social sciences have basic objective. Any of the social science, any of the natural science, the basic objective of that is to understand the reality. If we are discussing history, if we are discussing political science, if we are discussing geography, if we discuss biology, if we discuss physics, they try to understand the reality. So geography helps in understanding the reality in totality, its spatial perspective. When we discuss about the any of the region, any of the concept, any of the uh, uh, things which are related to the spatial, means distribution of those all facts. Secondly, as we have discussed that the geography or the subject is the dynamic, how it's dynamic, that all and every geographical phenomenon undergoes changes through time and can be explained temporally. So two things are very important for the understanding of the geography. One is spatial distribution and second temporal discussion. So distribution as the temporal discussion are very important to understand any of the phenomena, to associate that phenomena. Here we can understand more in detail about that what is the relationship of the geography with the natural sciences and the social sciences. We see this picture, we have different subjects which are connected with the geography. These are social sciences subjects from the natural sciences also. So here we start from, like, geology is the natural science which talks about the geomorphology, that is the different types of slope, different types of plateaus, different types of mountains and all. Meteorology talks about the climate. Biology talks about the biogeography. These are the wilderness. These are the topics related to the forest and wildlife. Pedology is the natural science, but the different types of soils are the uh, subject matter of the geography, and like why this all. And if we discuss the example of the social sciences, here we have Historical geography means we discuss about the basic and the beginning of the geography, that how the subject was formed and what were the major different geographers, those who contributed in the development of the subject. Then political geography, that's a complete social science, political science, but we discuss about the various kind of concepts in the political geography, about the economical geography, and that is subject of the social science, but economic geography related to the transport, communication, minerals, business, trade, commerce, international trade, and like that. So geography in a way has very close relationship with the different natural sciences as well as the social sciences. So I hope you have understood a little more about the chapter. We'll discuss further in detail in our online classes. Thank you. Bye bye.